power stroke is completed in this. The power stroke is completed into two-stroke only. A two-stroke engine is an internal combustion engine which completes the thermodynamic cycle in the two movements of the piston, compared to the twice that the number of four-stroke engine. This is increased efficiency in accomplished by using the beginning of the compression stroke and end of the combustion strokes to simultaneously perform the intake and the exhaust or the scavenging function. What is scavenging? The scavenging is the process of removing the exhaust gas. What is scavenging? Scavenging is the process to removing the exhaust gas from the combustion chamber. Working principle of two-stroke engine means when we see that first stroke and the two stroke, we will see the first stroke and the two stroke. And the first stroke, when the piston is at the bottom of the cylinder, a pipe at the left side is open and lets the fuel mixture, which is already compressed a bit, flow from the lower to the upper part of the cylinder, means by the transport port. The fresh gas explodes now the exhaust through an injection pipe, which is not closed by the piston at this moment. Okay, so the port is open. At that time, the transport port is open, which is not closed by the piston. In the second stroke, means a downward stroke. The second stroke, after beginning the hurry upward, the piston now covers the pipe, means transport port is closed on the left side and the injection pipe, because there is no way out anymore. The upper fresh mixture gets compressed now. At the same time, in the part below, fresh gas is taken in by the piston driving upward through the open suction pipe. At the upper dead center, the compressed fuel mixture is ignited by the sparking plug. Due to explosive, the piston is pressed down while it compresses the fresh charge below. The same time, the process begins again as soon as pistons arrive at its lowest point, means where the piston is at the bottom end, bottom dead center, then repeated that again, means the in the two stroke engine the power stroke is complete into the two thermodynamical cycle, means in the two stroke the thermodynamic cycle is completed. Now we will see the four stroke engine. Okay, in the four stroke engine, the four stroke of refer to the intake, compressor, combustion, and the exhaust stroke that occurs during the true crankshaft rotation as per the working cycle. Means in the four stroke, when the crankshaft is completed the two revolution, two rotation completed, okay, then the one power stroke is completed. Like this is first when in the power stroke, in the power stroke the fuel is ignited. In the power stroke, fuel is ignited, okay, and generate the power. So uh, in the initial position, piston is at the top dead center and then it is moved to the bottom dead center. Okay, in the exhaust gas, after completing of the stroke, the fuel is removed from the cylinder. Okay, in the exhaust stroke, intake stroke, the phase charge, the intake valve is open and the phase charge is enter into the combustion chamber. After the completing, when the piston is reached to the bottom dead center, the when the piston is moved upward in the compression section, the charge is compressed inside the cylinder. At that time, Both the valve inlet and the outlet valve is closed. Working principle of four-stroke engine. Okay, like I said that first stroke intake or the suction stroke. Okay, the piston moves from the TDC in this. The piston moves from this is the TDC. Okay, top dead center to the bottom dead center. It is the TDC and the BDC. Okay, at that time the piston is moves from the top dead center to the bottom center, and the inlet valve is open. The piston sucks in the fuel air mixture from the carburetor in the cylinder. Okay, now the fresh charge is enter into the cylinder. Second stroke. In second stroke, the piston moves toward the top dead center and decompress the mixture. Means the from here TDC to BDC. The pistons move from BDC to TDC. Okay, and the whatever mixture inside the cylinder is compressed. Okay, the pressure of the mixture rise in the cylinder to value of the about the 8 bar. Just the end of before the end of the stroke means when the piston is before the reaching to the TDC, the spark plug initiate the spark which ignite the mixture and the combustion take place at the constant volume. Okay, both the intake and outlet valve close during this stroke. During the compression stroke, both the valve intake and outlet valve is closed, and spark plug just before when the piston is reached to the TDC. Second stroke is expansion or the power stroke. Expansion or the power stroke. Okay, when the spark ignited by the spark, the hot gases are produced, which drives the pistons from TDC to BDC. From TDC to BDC. Okay, and thus the work is obtained, which and it rotates the crankshaft, and the reciprocating moment of the piston is converted into the rotary motion. The flywheel mounted on the engine shaft stored energy during the stroke and supplied it to other three stroke. Okay, both the valves remain closed during the s- start of this stroke, but when the piston just reaches to the BDC, the exhaust valve is open. Okay, when the pistons come at the BDC, the exhaust valve is open. So the burn gases will remove from the cylinder. Exhaust. The piston presses the exhaust out of the cylinder. This is also called as a scavenging. Means removing of the exhaust gases from the cylinder is called as a scavenging. At that time, the exhaust valve is open and intake valve is closed. But when the piston is go at the top dead center, before reaching to the top dead center, the intake valve is also open to force the exhaust gases from the cylinder.